Hello guys, welcome to the Avail Clash of Notes with Madara, building your Madara app chain. So with the last videos I spoke about building Madara app chain, and this might be the last video I might release on building Madara app chain or with Madara or trying to go above the leaderboard. So you might have realized that your leaderboard might have been going you might be going down the leaderboard because you have not been invoking transactional action. That's the likely reason. So you can see we have these top guys on the leaderboard, and you can see their points 369, and you realize that they have a lot of transactions, invoke transactions, declare transactions, and all that. So today we are going to talk about how you can interact with your app chain. So one way to interact with app chain is to actually build or deploy contracts on your app chain. So your app chain can be like a blockchain, but it's more application specific. You might want to create an app chain specifically for maybe centralized finance or something special that you don't want to really share resources with, like creating an app on Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum Mainnet, where a lot of applications are being shared, or a lot of central application or smart contracts are deployed on. So without much talking, I'm just going to get started, and we're going to follow these instructions on how to deploy a contract using Stacknets. So this one recommends Stacknets JS npm library. So we are going to use Stack CLI to interact with a tool that allows you to interact with the Stacknet based chain using your terminal. So with the Stack CLI, you can see that there are instructions for installing it, and I'm going to just go to sudo su to get super user access, and I'm going to start right away. So I'm going to paste the command over here to start installing the Stack CLI, and it tells you that to run this command to start a new terminal session using Stack CLI or Stack Li, then you are going to type Stack Li app to install the Stack Li. So it has been successfully completed, and we are done with here. We can close here. I'll paste the link in the bio. So the next step is to clone your GitHub repository. So I'm going to clone this GitHub repository. That's the GitHub repository that contains the sample contracts. You can see the contracts are here, and that's great for deploying the contract as well. So we are going to deploy a sample contract really quickly using this command. So let me just clear my terminal because I have a lot of stuff over here. You can see that I already have the getting started repository over here. So I'm going to remove it using the remove -r command, and I'm going to remove Madara getting started repository, and I'm going to reclone it now. So git clone. Great. So you actually need to use a more compatible version of npm. Let's check our npm version. I'm using 10.2.4, which is looks look old for me. So I'm going to actually run this command, nvm. We're going to install nvm, so we need to install it using I'll drop the link in the bio for you so that you can install nvm. So let me see if I can find the repository where you can install nvm. Okay, so I'll drop the link in the bio for you, don't worry. So it's actually loading. Yes, so there's a script to run the nvm installer. I'll just paste it right here, but I'll send you the link in the bio. Then you need to copy this. These ones are comments to export. So it says nvm source string already in root. So bash already in root. Close and reopen the terminal to start using nvm, or run the command to use it now. So I'm going to run the command to use it now. So how I can check also is to I can reload the shell configuration as well by running this command. Then I can check my nvm version by typing nvm-v. it gives me this version. Then I'm going to install the latest node version using npm install latest. So latest not found. What is it telling me? Latest not found. So I am going to use also npm install LTS, long time standard version. Oh, it tells me I'm supposed to use hyphen LTS. So it's now installed 20.11.1. That's the LTS. Let me clear my terminal so that you can see well. Now the next command is to run the script. So wait, we need that. We need npm install. Just npm I is the short form for npm install. Oh, I need to cd into the repository. So cd into Madara get started repository, and I'm going to npm install. That's where the package.json file is. So I npm install. It tells me zero vulnerabilities. Now I'm going to run this script to deploy the contract. So first step is to declare the contract using the npm script declare.js, and I'm going to run it right away. You can see my screen looks small. Let me increase it. So with this, it declares the contract. Contract is already declared. Now the next step is to deploy the contract using this command. So I'm going to paste it over here, right here. So you can see this is the deploy result, transaction hash and the contract address. So to check the transaction receipt, that means the contract has been deployed. To check the transaction receipt, we need to actually use this command with the transaction hash. So we are going to use transaction no script slash get transaction.js, then we paste the transaction hash over there. I'm going to copy the transaction hash right away. So I paste the transaction hash here, and this gives us the transaction receipt. I think I didn't talk about setting the environment variable, but you need to set your environment variable using this command export stacknet rpc. That's your rpc used. You can find that in the stack compiler. Okay, so you can see my current transaction is the sixth transaction. After I've deployed the contract, I'm going to see the remaining transactions. So I'm going to actually export my environment variable. Export. Okay, so I'm going to replace this with the local host with my IP address where I used to deploy the appchain. That's great. So I think that's it for it. So once I invoke another transaction, you see that I'm going to get a higher transaction count. So I'm just going to deploy this same thing again. Okay, so a new transaction hash is here. So basically that's it for now. In about some few minutes time, you can check the leaderboard and you realize that you've gone up the leaderboard. So that is how to go up the leaderboard. Thanks for watching this video. Probably in my next video I'm going to talk about how you can interact your smart contracts, but you can check that in this documentation as well, just in case I don't upload a video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.